Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Fantasy Premier League with FPL Wizard. I hope you're all fine. I hope you had a great game week 23 and I hope you're all geared up for the upcoming plenty of chaos in FPL with the announcement of blanks and doubles and whatnot, guys. So I hope you're all prepared and ready to go for today's stream. It's gonna be an interesting one in which we're gonna discuss a lot of pertinent issues. I'd like to say. So hey, Light Rays, Mohib, Grid, CAV. Good morning, CAV. I hope you're doing well. So I would not like to spend too much time on my own team as to discussing what happened, whatnot, but it's got 65 points. I guess everything else was all right, but the captaincy did not go well for me, I guess. So I mean, I took a punt on Solanke. It just did not work. Thankfully, though, a lot of other people who had captained Haaland also did not. They did not get too many points. I mean, 5 points was the best that I could expect. After pulling off that or kind of captaining Solanke. Beyond that, I mean, Gordon had a really good game against Luton. I expected a lot of goals in the game, but unfortunately he got injured at the wrong time. He had to be taken off, and he has an ankle injury, so to add insult to injury, I guess. So Van Dijk in for a -4, Gehi out. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. I mean, the thing is, you have to be prepared. See, guys, now again, I'm not going to discuss too much about my own team here. Just a second, guys. I'm gonna take you to the. So this, not this. I'd like to take you to Ben Krillin's spreadsheet, so I can actually give a perspective about what I'm talking about here. Hey Todd, welcome to the stream, my friend. CAV says Solanke was rough, but would never have captained Watkins. Personally, did have it on Foden before getting it on Haaland. See, the thing is, I benched Foden as well, so it was a double whammy kind of. I put the captaincy on the wrong player as well. I benched Foden, so it was a really cruel swing. I mean, I could have ended up in the top 500, top 400k if it would have gone my way, but sometimes it is just not. Every time you can't expect the luck or variance to fall for you. So I totally accept that. That's not an issue. So with that out of the way, guys, this is Ben Krillin's spreadsheet. I hope you can hear me nice and clear, guys. Just let me know in the chat so that at least I'm clear on that, and then we can go ahead and please let me know if can you hear me, guys? Just let me know, please. I'm waiting. I hope there's not a problem with the connection or anything like that. Sounds fine, says Lighters. Cheers. Clear, says Todd. Yep. Alright. Sounds clear, says that. Alright, guys. Thank you so much. So this is Ben Krillin's spreadsheet, guys, right? So basically we've got 4 doubles in 25, and a blank in 26. But then this unexpected double, which was really less likely, got added up. So Luton has got 2 double game weeks in game week 25 and 28. Unfortunately, none of those games in the double game week are not really good. So if you see these games, they're not really good ones. They're just like in Manchester United, Liverpool, even Palace away, Bournemouth. They're better, and they're much better than the first double game week. But and then Bournemouth double looks really, really nice with Dom Solanke. Sheffield United, Luton. This one is pretty. Sounds pretty nice. Lost. Good afternoon, Imran. Guys, can't you hear me? I'm sorry. Todd said lost you. I'm sorry. Please let me know if Can you hear me really properly, or I'll try to fix then? Zara says I can hear you. All right, cheers. So I'll just continue, guys. Just let me know in case you have any problem, right? So basically, if you see here, we've got to bring in the players concentrating on 26, right? And we need to, for example, if you load up on Luton and Liverpool players, then you have to be wary that they don't have a fixture. For example, somebody has a team in which they've got like Richarlison, Pedro Porro, as well they've got Trent, Jota, Darwin, and then they try to bring in Elfie, Doughty, Barkley, or I don't know, whoever they want to bring in from Luton. They're just loading up on double game week players, but then you have to be concerned about 26 as well as to how you will navigate this set of fixtures. Because loading up on players is fine for the double game week, but then you have to navigate the next game week as well. And as long as you're not wildcarding in game week 26 or free hitting in game week 26, you have to be concerned, at least need 9 to 10 players playing in this game week as well, because all the upside in the double game week is fine, but then you also need to concentrate on 26. But even before that, you need to concentrate on 24, because I think a lot of people have got their eyes on this 25, 26, 28 and 29. People are not even focusing on what is happening this week. So for example, if you really in for a Luton player, you feel that you want a Luton player like Alfie Doughty, Barkley, this is the game week. Even if you want to bring in their player for a hit, this is the week. If you bring in a Luton player next week, I would say not a chance. There's no point in bringing a Luton player in next week. But yes, if you want to bring in a Luton player, take a hit and bring him in this week, because this week they play at home against Sheffield United. They are expected to score 2 goals. They might keep a clean sheet, So here is the upside fixture for Luton, and any points which you get in the double game week are just a bonus, right? So basically, I'd say if you can muster 6 players for the double game week, I think you're absolutely excellent. Still having a playing 11 for 26, I mean. So if you've got 6 players for the double game week, and by making 1 or 2 transfers, you can you can basically field 11 players for game week 26. You're absolutely excellent. If you can muster 5 double game week players while having a good team in 26, I'd say that's still very, very good. I think the minimum that you need is 4, because beyond 4 is then you're fighting an uphill battle against the teams which have got 5, 6 double game week players. So you need 4. It could be 2 Liverpool, 2 City, it could be 3 City, 1 Liverpool, it could be it could be 3 City, 1 Liverpool, 1 Luton. I don't care. I mean, Luton players double game week or Brentford players double game week, I'm not really concerned about. The only ones which are really impactful are the ones which belongs to City and Liverpool. So you need to focus there. Beyond that, now you need to, when you're making your team, guys, when you're making your transfers, you should know when are you going to wildcard, at least tentatively. Are you going to wildcard before 27? When you know which teams double, which teams blank? Are you gonna wildcard in game week 30 when we get rid of all the blanks, and there's only a possibility of a small blank in game week 34? So either you're gonna wildcard in 30, you dead end your team in 29, don't even free hit, just dead end your team in 29 and wildcard in 30. Or somebody can wildcard in before 27 because they want to take advantage of these fixtures as well, and free hit in 29. So that is also a possibility. Now some people have made a team in which you can actually wildcard in 27. Don't need to free hit in 29, but still navigate this set of fixtures. So there are possibilities, but you need to commit to a strategy by game week 27. Otherwise, if you're just playing along, you'll never have the upside, guys. Just remember this. You need to commit to a strategy, even in 25, 26. For example, you're committing to bringing 6, 7, 8 double game week players, but if you don't know what you're going to do in 26, there is no point in the upside which the double game week is going to give you, because the rank which you gain in 25 is going to be lost in 26. So don't just plan for 25, plan for the future. So for example, here, if you go to this website called fpl.team, it allows you to look at your team in the future game weeks as well. So for example, I'll just a second, where's the next? Yeah, there you go. So see, this is my team right now. I've actually made one transfer. I've taken out Gordon and I've brought in Diogo Jota. So this is how my team is looking for in game week 24. I've already made one transfer, right? And so if you see here in 26, 25, I've got 3 doublers as of now, right? I've got Foden. Actually, let me just bring in Foden so that you can get the perspective, right? So I've got 3 doublers here. I've got 1, 2, 3 doublers here, right? I'm looking at bringing in at least 1, maybe 2 doublers in. So that is what I'm looking at basically. You know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get KDB. I can get him for Saka, but then it's again a player which plays in 26. I'm gonna have to transfer him out. So basically, look at this: Pedro Porro, Richarlison, Diogo Jota, Palmer. See, I need playing players, right? So I got Solanke here, but Solanke's got such a bad fixture, it doesn't even matter that he plays. But yes, a 2-pointer is still better than nothing. So see, this is how you plan for the future. So whichever transfer I'm gonna make now, yes, I got in Jota, but that's for the upside this week and the next. So basically, plan for the future. Go to fpl.team, look at what you're gonna do this week, look at what you're gonna do next week, how you're gonna navigate 26, plus take the upside from 25. That is what we need to kind of understand. Right. I'm gonna, guys, see, I've gone through a lot. I'm gonna come back to my own team. I'm gonna answer your questions, and we're going to come back to this fpl.team as well, right? So this is actually what my team looks like here. It was long, but I think I had to go through that, so at least to give you a perspective. So Zara says 0.9 in the bank, Solanke to Darwin. I'd say Watkins to Darwin. I'd say Solanke to Darwin. I think you can bring Solanke back in 27 if you need, or if you want to go for the double game week, you can bring him back in 28. I think before that, Solanke's fixtures are not that good that he deserves to be kept in the team. I'd keep Watkins. After an 18 pointers, I'd keep Watkins as compared to Solanke. Fadzali says Virgil van Dijk, Walker or Doty. For the next 3 fixtures, Doty seems the least one. I agree with that. I mean, if you want Doty, you bring him in this week because this week the fixture is good. The upside can be massive. I'd say a 10-12 pointer. It can be if Sheffield play the same way they played against Aston Villa, But beyond that, I'd say Walker, because Walker plays in 26. Issue is City defense. I think City has this issue. If they're leading 3-0, 2-0 by 90 minutes, they just concede a stupid goal right at the end. That is the issue. So CAV has this plan. He says Colwell plus Solanke to Virgil van Dijk plus Darwin for a -4. Roll next week. In 26, I can do Darwin back to Solanke plus Palmer to a 6 million mid like Wong. I think that works for me. Or you can even do better by bringing in a City defender. For example, you can bring in, let us say, a Walker. That way you'll have one more player for 26 as well. Can I get away with not having Haaland? I would suggest you not to. If you look at the effective ownership, you'll understand where I'm coming from. This is insane. 66% ownership for Haaland. I mean, if you really want to play this sort of game, it is a blind risk, my friend. Because we know that he is so good. We know that City have an easy fixture. Not bringing in Haaland, I would not suggest. I mean, I never say in this game that anything is anything is essential or you must do it, but I'd say there are some things which you must not do, right? The plan gives me 6 doublers, 11 starters. I like that plan, CAV. If you already have Walker, I think it's awesome. I might not free hit in 29, Fadzali. It depends on my strategy, what I do in 27. It depends on when I'm planning to wildcard. If I wildcard early, it changes things. If I wildcard in game week 30, it changes things as well. Like right now, I'm on a game week 30 wildcard. So as to navigate the blank game week, dead end my team and save my free hit for the doubles. But if I feel that wildcarding in 29 gives me the advantage, then I might wildcard earlier as well. So I'm keeping my options open with the initial commitment to the plan of wildcarding in 30. I transferred out Gordon to Jota, my friend. My transfer is simple. I transferred out Gordon. Gordon was injured. He left St. James's Park on in a protective boot. So I just took out Gordon to Jota. I'm just gonna pin it so everybody knows. Gusto, Sterling. Yeah, that's CAV says I'm waiting for early team news. If not, then happy with the plan. I agree with that. I think we might get City team news. I think we always do get it. I'm hoping we do get it. By the way, guys, if you hear any news on Twitter, just let me know. Let's see. Gusto and Sterling out for Jota, Virgil van Dijk, good move. But then that's fine for Zili. But then you have to be prepared for 26 because Jota and Virgil van Dijk both are going to blank in Game Week 26, right? If you're okay with that, then I think the move makes sense to me. Yesa says, afternoon Wiz, I'm planning to get in Jota for Richarlison and Doty for Porro. Why for Richarlison, Yesas? I mean, Richarlison has a good enough fixtures this week and the next. I mean, I don't want to transfer out Richarlison. I mean, he's in the form of his life. Why would you want to transfer him out especially in the games against Brighton and Wolves? They could be high-scoring games. So, would you start... so, I would not do Jota for Richarlison and Doty for Porro. I mean, Doty is fine. Doty doesn't have a good double game week. Doty is just... is an outside option, to be honest with you. You know? I'd much prefer a Liverpool or a City doubler over, I guess, Doty. Porro still has a decent fixture this week, so I'm not getting the... I mean, if you can just get Jota for somebody else, I think that would be good enough. I'm not sure about this. Would you start Botman over Gabriel? I think I would, but the Newcastle defense is in tatters, to be honest with you. I don't expect either Gabriel or Botman to keep a clean sheet, so Gabriel, maybe you can keep him for the attacking threat. You have 5 double blank game week players already and will have 5 free transfers to get more. No need to free hit 29. I agree with that, George. I'm not... that's the last thing I'm planning to do. I always want to keep my free hit for the doubles. I can... Even if I have to go into game week 29 with 9 players, I would still prefer to do that. As long as I'm down to like 4 or 5 players, I would not free hit. Still, we need to look at the cup results also to kind of judge which teams have a... have a fixture in 29, because there are still a few ambiguities. You never know what happens. Like, for example, Chelsea beat Aston Villa when everybody was expecting Aston Villa to beat Chelsea. So you never know what happens, right? So we need to wait and see the cup results before we can commit to the strategy. Garnacho to fund Jota to Salah once he's back. Bowen to Garnacho to fund Jota to Salah once he's back. Yeah, that you can do that. But, I mean, for this week, this week you can keep Bowen. I mean, why do you need to fund him? I mean, you can fund him when he comes back. We don't even know when he's coming back. Only sell Porro if you have to plan to... I agree with that. You're right. Palmer against a weak Crystal Palace doesn't seem a transfer out to me, with Olise, Eze and Gehi out, and also their manager on the verge of second. Well, I'm playing Palmer. You see, I've got Solanke on the bench, and I agree with you. I don't... That is exactly why I'm not taking a hit to bring in Darwin for Solanke, because I feel Palmer is equally good. I actually might take out a defender to bring in a City defender if I get City team news and I can safely say that a player is starting. I might bring in a City defender because I don't think I'm going to be able to bring in KDB. So I might bring in a City defender. My overall rank right now, I think it's 900k something. It would have been better if I would have played Foden last week, but I benched him. The overall rank got hit. But I've, made the upward journey from, I guess, 4 million this season to guess 900k. So the progress has been fine. Just last game week was a bit of a spanner in the works, but nothing major. I'm happy with where I'm at right now. Klopp said Salah will come back to training. Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to start, you know. Yeah, I mean, just keep Bowen and play Jota. If Salah's coming back, you can sell Bowen to Garnacho. I mean, Garnacho doesn't have an easy fixture. He's playing Aston Villa away. So I don't think that this transfer actually makes sense to me right now, bro. Who do I start, Gabriel or Garnacho? I would start Garnacho, 100%. When he scored 2 goals, he's in a good form. United are having a bit of an uptick in form, although they've got a difficult fixture against Aston Villa. But I'd still start Garnacho over Gabriel. Gabriel got a tough fixture. I mean, Arsenal always struggle away to West Ham. Or recently they've struggled. Is Doty a good pick for the double game week? I mean, he's not a good pick, but he's a double game week pick, you know. If he was playing individually against, let us say, Liverpool or Manchester United, would you pick him? I don't think we would pick him, right? We're only considering him because he has a double game week. He's got two games, right? So, and if you want Doty, then you bring him in this week. Otherwise, you don't bring him in. Especially the counter too, you expect him to score on Villa's high line. I agree with that, my friend. Yes. Fast says, I have 2 free transfers. Should I transfer Bowen out? Yeah, I mean, transfer Bowen out for who? I mean, Jota, I guess? Then I'd say, why not? Paudi says, Ariola, Dubravka, Cash, Poro, Stupinan. Guys, please, could you ask me pointed questions? I really don't, you know, it just messes up with my head reading the teams. 2 free transfers, please give me advice. If I was you, I would, you've got Palmer, Jota, Foden, Diaby, Gordon. Oh, you got a problem there, my friend. I guess, where's your money though? You don't have Trent. You just got Haaland, right? If you've got the money, I would bring in Kevin De Bruyne for Diaby or Gordon. I guess for Diaby or Gordon, I would bring in Kevin De Bruyne. In place of Solanke, I would bring in Darwin. Bit of a weird team though. I don't understand where the cash is invested. So I'd bring in Darwin for Solanke and Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield for Diaby or Gordon. Fadli says FPL Harry with a whopping -8. Darwin, Jota, Doty, Kaminsky. Well, you know, they're planning for the double game week, my friend, and he brought in Doty and Kaminsky before the fixture against Sheffield. So they're expecting an upside with a clean sheet and maybe attacking points for Doty. And Darwin and Jota, again, a fixture is against Burnley. So if you have to take a hit, this is the week to take a hit, not the next. That is exactly what I'm saying. Should I move out Jota for Richarlison? What? No. Why do you want to sell Jota before a Burnley game? I do not understand, Abhishek. Already have Jota, should I buy Richarlison? I mean, if you can field enough players in 26, I think Richarlison is a good player to buy. You know, although right now you should maybe focus on the double game week players, but if you have a FOMO, you can go for Richarlison. Luton can be bought in from game week 27 onward. There's no need for now or never. I agree with that. Totally. I mean, if you want to bring in a Luton player, you bring in this week. Otherwise, don't. Otherwise, don't consider till game week 27. I mean, Gusto to Poro -4. Is it good or not? I don't think so, my friend Thakif. I mean, not this week. I mean, you should, if you're bringing in a player this week, I think it's better to go for a double game week player rather than bring in Poro, who doesn't double in 25 and blanks in 26. Now is not the ideal time, you know, especially in defense. With Richarlison, you know, there's an upside. Is Jota essential? What if he's one of the players that caught flu in the Liverpool camp? Well, they still have a game to play. If he caught flu, then we can't do anything about it. Yes, I mean, these rumors, I can't do anything about the rumors, to be honest with you, my friend. You know, can't say anything about the rumors. Gusto, I already answered that. Poro, Doty and Gabriel play any two. I would play Doty and Poro. Abhishek says, no, it was the other way around. I'd say you can do that. I think the upside is there, yes. Body says, thanks, mate. You're welcome, my friend. So, guys, I mean, we're just waiting for confirmation, I guess, for the Manchester City team. I'm waiting. I'm watching. Just to see who plays. And if we have the City team, I might take one hit to bring in a City player. So Foden is starting, by the way, guys. So if anybody wants to captain Foden, uh, Foden starts says everybody's tweeting the same thing. I'm on Twitter, so I'm looking. Yeah, I'm trying to find out. Don't see any other news. If I get any other news, Robertson is starting. By the way, we've got news on Twitter that Robertson is starting. So the Anfield Talk has tweeted, "Welcome back to the starting 11." So Robertson starting is an interesting one. So, for example, if you have Gomez, I would be a little bit concerned because Gomez will not start then. Just looking at Twitter. Sorry, guys, if I'm not answering your questions. Yeah, there you go. Lighter says FPL Tony leaking, Foden starts. Another leak is Robertson starts. Yeah, I've already read both the leaks. Thanks so much for the update. Azmir says, hey, I've got KDB, Foden, and Haaland. Do you bring in Jota, Darwin? I think bringing in one of the Liverpool players is definitely a priority. Currently standing top 80k and intact in the cup. Really stressed. Don't take stress, bro. Stress makes you make wrong decisions. Just keep doing what you've been doing. I mean, you're much better than 99% FPL players, or so why to worry? Just keep your mind relaxed and play the same way you've been playing. Sometimes stress makes us take wrong decisions. We don't want that, do we? Hi mate, would you bench out of Pedro, Neto, Saka, Foden, or Watkins? This is a tough one. Definitely a tough one. I'd say I would bench one out of Saka or Watkins. I think they've got the toughest fixtures. And I don't see much upside with Saka this week. I mean, yeah, one goal is at the ceiling, I guess. Bench Bowen, Solanke or Watkins. A bit of a headache. That's a tough one, my friend. I mean, Fulham at home are a good defense. Again, Watkins scoring 18 points. Feels hard to bench him. Difficult, my friend. If I was you, I'd say Bowen against all has a habit of scoring against Arsenal. Tough. I guess Solanke, just Bournemouth as a team are not performing that well. You always kind of try to pick a player in which the team is playing well. They just hit Sheffield United for 4 or 5 goals, so better. Hi Sam, I don't have a Liverpool player apart from Mo Salah. Is it risky? Got 3 players of City, captain between Foden and Haaland. I'd say captain Haaland is the way to go. To be honest with you, if I was you, I'd keep Mo Salah, but then I'd add to him by bringing in Jota. If you've kept Mo Salah that long, I don't think now is the time to transfer him out. But then I would bring in somebody like Jota or maybe Darwin just for the cover. I'm on Tony, Haaland, Watkins. Is there anyone I can take out for Darwin though? Watkins you can take out for Darwin if you want to. I don't think there's an issue there. Watkins is the one which you can definitely think about taking out. Others obviously not, because they've got a double game week coming up, so no point, I guess. No other leaks. De Bruyne doesn't start for Manchester City, my friends. We've got an update from Lazy FPL. De Bruyne does not start for Manchester City, guys. Be careful. For all of you who own De Bruyne, be very, very careful. Do not No KDB, and it has been leaked by a source Darwin is starting, by the way. I think Darwin is starting. Yeah, we've got tweets by the Anfield Talk. Darwin is starting. Man, this is going to generate a lot of FOMO because KDB is not starting and Darwin is. Insanity, guys. See, this is what happens right at the end. Don't captain KDB, but still have him in the 11. Obviously, if you have KDB, now you won't transfer him out, guys. If you transfer him out now, it makes no sense to me. Would you consider benching Palmer for Never bench Palmer for Gabriel, bro. I've been hearing that about KDB for a while, but now it is confirmed. Yeah, I mean, we heard rumors yesterday as well. We heard rumors about Walker, KDB, and whatnot, but let's see. I'm not gonna talk here about rumors on my stream. We only give out the information which we can confirm. And KDB benched is confirmed. Foden is starting, so I can give you only even Robertson and Darwin are starting, by the way, guys. Darwin is confirmed. KDB is confirmed, so KDB is benched. I'm just gonna retweet it so my followers on Twitter, the 10 followers that I have on Twitter, they can read my tweet. So yeah. Let's see what happens, guys. Actually, De Bruyne not starting makes Foden much more central. It's better, for those who own Foden. But that's the issue, guys, with such teams, with like City. You go for their players, but you never know who starts and who doesn't. Right, I'm giving you all the information I get, guys. So if you have any questions in between, just let me know. I'll try to update you as well. What to do now? I had KDB says yes, us. What to do? And maybe Foden in for KDB and Jota in for Richarlison for a -4. I think it's just Jota in for Richarlison. KDB might come off the bench. Did you not see what he did against Newcastle? I mean, I don't think we need to kind of panic. You didn't bring in KDB for this game week, my friend. This is not like, if you keep doing these kind of moves, you'll just take too many hits. Is it too much Jota, Darwin and VVD for Watkins, Sterling? No, I think it's fine, bro. I think that's absolutely fine. If you want to make these moves, I totally see where you're coming from. I was tempted to get Darwin now for Solanke or Watkins. I'd say for Solanke. Because in 26, Watkins has a decentish game, and Solanke actually plays Manchester City. I mean, Solanke doesn't have good fixtures. That's the issue with Solanke now. Yes, he has a double game week, but before that, he doesn't have good fixtures. My issue is that I would have got Darwin. I don't know who to bench. That's the whole problem. Hey, FPL Jugs, welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the super chat. You're too generous, my friend. He says, hi Wiz, my transfers this game week are Jota and Darwin for Bernardo and Watkins. That's definitely viable. I mean, it just feels wrong to kind of sell a player after they get an 18-point haul. But if it is for somebody like a Darwin Núñez, I think it's absolutely viable. I think it's good, in fact, to go for the upside this week. They're playing against Burnley, and Burnley are not a team which are going to sit back and defend. They're actually trying to come out and play, and that is when you get hit. Crazy points can come. For Liverpool, can just reverse Darwin to Watkins. I agree with that. Hey Neil, welcome to the stream. Although, with Bernardo Silva, I would like to say that, before the double game week, we must try to bring in 3 City players, especially because they play in 26. So if you're making up a space for another City player, then I guess that definitely makes sense to me. Let's see. Gordon is not... Yeah, somebody says Gordon will not be available. Darwin starts, Foden starts. No flu for Jota, by the way, guys. If anybody wants to captain Jota, This guy, FPL Main Road, says Jota starts. No flu for Jota. Guys, this is a big news for all those people who were thinking that Jota might have flu. So, Jota is fine. Foden is starting, Jota is starting, KDB is not starting. Haaland we don't have information about. Hive is starting Dubravka, Poro. Dubravka is fine, Poro is okay. Stupinan I don't like. Trent, Foden, Jota, KDB. KDB is not starting, by the way, Neil. Obviously you have to put him in the team, I agree with that. Barkley, Haaland, Watkins, Darwin. I took a -4. That team looks absolutely fantastic. Except for the fact that KDB has been benched, so that's a bit of a bummer. But otherwise the team looks fine. Stupinan obviously against Tottenham, not ideal, but you know, you can't have 11 good players every week is the issue. You're getting my point, right? So just keep KDB, I guess. If you have KDB, then you keep him. There's nothing much which you can do about it, I guess, this week. Jota vice captain nail, says George. Cheers, Matt. I guess that's it. I mean, some people can even think about captaining him if you want to. I think that's how good a fixture is. Start Saka or Foden? I would start Foden over Saka. Abhijit. Siaman says Foden or Jota. 100% Jota, I'd say. Because he's got a better double game week and he's got a better fixture this week as well. Not better, but still I would consider Burnley better than Everton. Although if you look the previous record between Pep Guardiola and Sean Dyche, Burnley was generally a deep defensive block team, and Pep Guardiola's teams always used to hit like 5 goals against them at the Etihad, so be wary of that. Estupinan, Poro, to Trippier and Doty. No, I don't think so. Why do you want to bring in Trippier, bro? I mean, it's a double game week. I'd suggest you bring in a player, somebody like Virgil van Dijk maybe. Doty you can bring in, yes. I mean, I get the idea of Doty, but otherwise not. Bench Barkley or Nkunku? Oh man, this. If you got Nkunku, I would play Nkunku, my friend. I would bench Barkley over Nkunku. Exciting stream, lots going on. I'd be concerned for KDB minutes for the double if he was benched. He is benched today, Light Race. I mean, it has already been confirmed by 3 or 4 accounts which we really can trust. Gordon might be out, guys. Both start. Jota and Darwin will start. So Jota and Darwin will start. Foden start. Yeah, everybody's just now recycling the same news, guys. People are just recycling the same news now. Yeah. Yasa says, how does this sound? Jota in for Gordon and Guardiola in for Poro. I like that one much better than the previous 2 moves that you suggested, Yasas. I think this is one which is viable for me as well. Abhijit says, what are your moves, Viz? I took out Gordon for Jota for now, my friend. I've just made one transfer actually. Darwin in after the news. Will wait a bit for Virgil van Dijk. Cheers, man. I think that's the right ploy. I think Virgil starts anyway. I don't think there's any issue with Virgil van Dijk. It's all about only the decision making that's left on your part. I don't see any scenario in which Virgil van Dijk gets benched. Actually, he'll want to make up for the mistake against Arsenal. He might even score a header. Who knows? Siaman says, I've got Salah and Gordon. Which one should I sell first to get? I would sell Gordon. Does Guardiola start like he almost plays every game, doesn't he? I mean, he does play almost every game, but almost does include 1 or 2 games that he might miss as well. So you need to be careful, bro. That's the issue. Looks like the Dubravka dream is not going to last long. Well, it's not a dream anyway. Newcastle are leaking goals left, right and centre. If they're conceding 4 goals to Luton at home, then Dubravka dream has already been lost, my friend. Bench Barkley or KDB? Oh, man. It's just so difficult questions. I would play KDB if you have him. If he's benched, I'm not sure why he's benched, but you know, I'd still play him. You know, if he comes on in the second half for 30 minutes, I'd still like KDB for 30 minutes as compared to Barkley. I can't recommend playing Barkley over KDB here. If no confirmation, I'll get him, but no news on who has the flu in there. That is true. There's no confirmation. Yes. I'm looking, guys. I'm sorry if I'm not talking. I'm actually looking on Twitter to see if we get any more news. Zara, I am tempted to tell you to go for, you know, tempted to go for Barkley, but it's hard for me to call that one. You have to take that call yourself, honestly. It's about the gut feeling, you know. This is not a decision that should be based on logic. Haaland starts? Where is it written? I don't see it anywhere. Oh yeah, FPL Tony's tweeted Haaland starts. By the way, guys, if you want to captain Haaland, you can go. You can go for it. Haaland is starting. It has been leaked by FPL Tony. So we've got news about KDB, Haaland, Foden, KDB not starting, Haaland and Foden starting, Darwin and Jota starting. That's all we've got. Everything else is just rubbish. For us to repeat what they did at St. James's Park? What? They're not even playing at St. James's Park. They're playing at their own patch, bro. I don't understand what you're saying. Hi Wiz, Hee-chan a good transfer for Odegaard so I can get to Haaland. I think Hee-chan is good. The only thing is it doesn't have a double game week. Otherwise the fixtures look alright, I guess. Yes. Captain Jota or Palmer. If you have only those two options, I would captain Jota. Haaland starts, by the way, guys. This is a big news for anybody who wants to captain Haaland. If no oh yeah, we already got that. Hey, who would you bench? Douglas Luiz or Watkins? 100% Douglas Luiz. He just scored an 18-pointer, bro. I mean, come on. Should I keep Bowen in my team? Already have Foden and Jota. I mean, you can keep him in your team. Yeah, I mean, ideally, if you want to. When are you planning your triple captain? I might put it on Haaland in game week 25 if I don't see anything better. I mean, if Salah was available, I would be tempted to put it on Salah because they've got a better double game week. But since Salah is not available, then I guess we don't have a choice. Why you not start Solanke? Well, if I want to start Solanke, who should I start him for? Unless FPL allows me a 2-5-3 formation, I guess. I want to start him, but I can't, bro. I don't have the... Bowen or Richarlison for this week? Richarlison, bro. Saka or Solanke? Saka, 100%. That's the issue. I'm thinking about bringing in a City defender, but that's the only issue that I have is Haaland starts. Right. No more news. No more news. No more news. No more news. Yep, that's it. If I get any more news, I'll let you know, guys. Don't worry about it. We'll keep you updated here. There's lots of news coming in, though. I'll try to keep you updated. That's all I can say. By the way, if anybody's going for Adebayo from Luton to target the double game week, remember that Morris is back. So, most likely Morris is going to be on penalties, you know. So, don't get Barkley or Adebayo thinking that they're going to be on penalties, because with Morris being back, I think Morris is the one who's going to be on penalties. Jota or Saka to be captain? Out of these two, Jota. I have Watkins, Haaland and Darwin. What to do? Play all three? I mean, I don't understand. Jackson, I'd play all three of them, bro. What's the issue? I mean, if you want to bench one, then you have to bench Watkins. But, I mean, I'd play all three of them. By the looks of it, I have to bench Martinelli and Gabriel versus Burnley in double game week 25. Doesn't make a difference, bro. You know, Martinelli, what, like 6 goals all season? I mean, yes, he did score a couple against Palace, but it's all right. I mean, it's not that, you know, you always have to see, it's about future planning. Always have to plan for the future. And if you already planned it, then you have to just go through with it. Start Dubravka or Rea? I would start... This is a difficult one. I'd start Rhea because Arsenal, although I mean Arsenal or Newcastle both haven't been keeping clean sheets, but I'd say Arsenal defense has generally been better than Newcastle. I mean they leaked 4 goals against Luton. That's just too much. And away from home they're even worse. Walker benched. Alright, we've got another news. Kyle Walker has been benched, guys. This is insane, guys. People are bringing in players for the double game week for City, and their players are being benched left, right, and center, man. It's so difficult to bring in their players for the double, especially. No hits for me. Thank God for the news. I'm just gonna. I mean, yes, I could bring in somebody like Alfie Doughty and play him over Estupinan. That I can still do, but otherwise, no. I don't like this. Walker has been benched. Kyle Walker does not start for Manchester City. Man, oh man. This is insanity. I'm telling you. For anybody who has Kyle Walker, I'd possibly sell him for, another player. Because Virgil van Dijk it is then, says CAV. I mean, you can bring in VVD, bro, but I'd say wait. If we're getting the news, we still have like 13 minutes to go. I would not be concerned. Just wait. We might get any news, so you can pick him with more certainty if you wait for a bit. I'd like to bring in a player who has a good fixture this week, but also plays in 26. That's the whole point. I mean, Doughty does give me a double game week, but the double game week is absolutely crap. Liverpool and United is not the double game week that we're actually looking for. And also blanks in 29 as well. That's the whole point. This week I can take a hit for him, but the fixture is not that good. I would have done it for Reguilon as well. Reguilon played really well against City though, but just not up to the mark for me, I guess. Any more news? Haaland starts. Stones as well starts, guys. No, John Stones. We've got John Stones news. John Stones starts as well. Since KDB, bench KDB to Jota for a -8. That hurts, bro. I mean, you can do it, although I'm not against that. But be careful. I don't know what to say about this. Sorry, man. Last one. You don't need to say sorry, bro. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer your questions. I love doing it. Gabriel or Porro? I would start Porro, my friend. Pedro Porro, I will start over Gabriel. You can ask me as many questions as you want to, no issues. Gabriel, Pedro Porro, Dunk, Saliba. Which amongst them is okay to bench? I would bench Saliba. I would bench Dunk. Dunk, I don't think... I don't think I don't see any possibility of Brighton keeping a clean sheet, especially that Brighton beat Spurs, so Ange Postecoglou would be looking to actually take some revenge on them. I don't think they keep a clean sheet at all. Rigel says, I've already asked you like 20 Gabriel questions. That's not a problem, my friend. You can ask me more. So City defense of Stones, Ruben, Ake and Guardiol. We don't have the information about Ruben. It could be Rico Lewis, Stones, Ake and Guardiol. Who knows? I have the same setup, same defense with, but I've lost confidence in Estupinan. I know, man. Especially because he got benched. I understand where you're coming from. I totally understand where you're coming from. I might... Actually, this Burnley game is too tempting. Too tempting for me not to try anything. I bring in Virgil van Dijk. I still have the money. I mean, money is not an issue. I hope we get news though. I mean, if we get confirmation that Virgil van Dijk is fine, he's not hit by flu or anything of the sort, I mean, I could try something like this. I mean, this is the week to take a hit. I'm telling you guys, this is the... Sorry, Walker owners. Yeah, we know. Not starting. Any more news? Give me more news. Guys, please be on Trigger Happy on Twitter. Just let me know if you get any news. Akanji is back from injury. I don't think Akanji is going to start though. Bench 1 from Palmer, Saka, Watkins. I would play Palmer 100%. I would bench 1 out of Saka and Watkins. Estupinan, I've lost confidence in Estupinan as well, but I don't know. You've probably answered similar, but who to bench from Gabriel, Estupinan and Porro? I would 100% play Porro, my friend. You know, I would bench 1 out of Gabriel and Estupinan. Possibly I would bench Estupinan. Because 1, I'm not sure if he starts. 2, if he starts, I don't think he keeps a clean sheet. So, both ways, I don't think there's a... This is madness brewing, guys. Twitter is going crazy. I've got the funds for Trent, but with 0.1, I don't know if I should do it. Yes, I hear you, my friend. I hear you. 1.6. How much is just a second, so if I just in case. Was going to do Solanke to Darwin, says Lars. But I also have KDB and terrible bench. Would you change plans or hope KDB scores off the bench? Lars, I mean, if you, I mean, you could even do Solanke to Darwin, and you could just take out KDB for Jota as well. I mean, if you don't have Jota already, I mean, I think that this hit will be repaid. Just in case you feel that, I mean, Kevin is not even safe for the double game week now. If you want to take a hit, I think this is the time. Erling Haaland starts. Yeah, we already know that. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just on Twitter. I'm just hearing some news. I'm not gonna say. No, this is fake news. Not gonna say it. Alright, I have Jota already, unfortunately. I mean, if you can move him on to Foden, because we know that Foden definitely starts. Otherwise, you can just move Solanke to Darwin. You go through with the move which you had planned, and you put KDB and hope he comes off the bench for 30 minutes and does something like he did against Newcastle. You know, there's sometimes, I mean, you have to, you know, sometimes you know, shit happens, man. You just have to kind of, you know, do the best possible in the scenario. Nobody expected KDB to be benched, but you know, just have to make do with what you have here. I'm just thinking if I can bring in Virgil van Dijk, because we don't have the Jota has started. Yes, Jota started confirmed, definitely confirmed. It has been confirmed on Twitter as well by the Anfield Road, I guess is he's called. No more news, I guess, guys. Jota starting is definitely confirmed, yes. He's my captain this game week. You always captain. He's a great captaincy option though. I've got a Haaland FOMO, otherwise I would have captained him too. But I get where you're coming from, bro. I think this is a decent move to make. I'm sorry, I'm going through the news, by the way. If you hear silence, it's just because I'm going through the tweets. 5 minutes to go. Multiple sources, KDB. Yeah. Trippier was my captain last week. Man, you nailed that captaincy though. I mean, Newcastle conceded 4 goals. Trippier still got 9 points. Goal and an assist is the last thing you expect from a right back though. I mean, Trippier is good. I gotta give you that. But nice, Jugs. Play your own game, bro. Always play your own game. See, that's how you jumped the ranks like crazy last week. Alvarez starts. Guys, we've got news. Alvarez starts. So any of you who's holding on to Alvarez, I think this is good news. Yeah, FPL Tony is leaked that Alvarez is starting. People are asking him Guardiola, Ake, Rico Lewis, Bernardo Silva. Nah, I don't think we're gonna get more news. If I have to take a call, I've got to take a call now. On Virgil van Dijk. I guess sometimes you gotta take calls, right? Virgil, well, I mean, if you have the money, I would go for Trent. Of course, I would go for Trent. Robo's, I'm not so sure if he's fit enough to start all 3 games, but I would definitely go for Robo. Start Poro or Gabriel? I would start Poro. If I get Darwin, I have a big bench problem. Watkins, Palmer, Saka, Richarlison, Jota, Foden. I would bench Palmer. Maybe Watkins or Palmer. That's the issue. That's why I am not getting Darwin in the first place. Otherwise, I would have gotten Darwin as well. I've got this dilemma to bench as well because I want to play Palmer against Palace. 3 minutes to go. Lock your teams. Guys, we need to lock our teams. Off you go on the bench. Enough. I've had enough. Bench KDB or what? Guys, I've taken a hit as well. I hope you can see my team. I've taken a hit. I've taken out Lascelles for Virgil van Dijk. Bench KDB or Watkins? Bench KDB, I guess, because Watkins is going to start. KDB is not, I guess. Yes, this is a difficult question, bro. Lock your team. 2 minutes to go. No, please. 1.5 minutes to go. Everybody lock your teams. That's it. Foden, Stones, Haaland, Alvarez, Darwin, Robertson, Jota. That's the news we've got. We don't know anything about Trent, by the way. We haven't got anything about Van Dijk as well. I just took a chance. Transfers done. Jota in for Gordon, Doty in for Porro, Contreras, Guardiola. I agree with you, Yesas. VVD header plus clean sheet. I'd love that. Nothing more than that. He's less owned as well. So Gabriel, I mean, my defense now looks much better than playing Estupinan. I just did not want to play Estupinan. Just don't trust him enough, especially against Tottenham. And when I've got 2 Tottenham players, then playing against Estupinan just did not make sense to me. And I did not get Darwin because I wanted to play Palmer against Palace. I might be wrong. I might get punished, but we play our own game. I've taken Estupinan out for Trent. Hopefully it's a good move. Abhijit, I think that's a fantastic move provided Trent starts. I'm just being concerned about, he got taken off against Arsenal. He got a little bit, like in the FA Cup as well against Arsenal. He came on later, got taken off. In the Premier League as well. Connor Bradley's been playing well. Yes, he had his dad expired, so maybe he did not play that game. So I'm not so sure is the issue. I mean, I could have gone for Trent as well. I mean, I could have taken out Pedro Porro for Trent. I want minutes in this double game week as well. That's the issue. Locked, says Zara. Thank God. Walker went from best chance of a clean sheet to my third sub in about 5 minutes. Cheers. Well, this is what Pep does to us, right? This is exactly what Pep will do to us. I'm telling you guys. I've taken a -4 hit. It's not ideal, but you you've got to take a chance sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Let's hope for the best. That's all I can say. Well, guys, the deadline is over. This was, I expected an insane deadline stream. It was. The questions were difficult. For example, there was a question in which they asked me, should I start Barkley or KDB? Now with the news of KDB benching, this decision becomes so difficult. It's just, today's stream was very difficult, guys. The questions were tough. I like to answer questions, but difficult questions, require a bit of contemplation, I guess. And today was no time for contemplation, so I tried my best. I'm not sure how it comes out, though. Lots of beautiful emojis from Todd. Thank you so much, Todd. By the way, guys, if you want these emojis as well, you can become a member of the channel for a price of a coffee, I guess. I reduced the membership fees at the start of the session because, I just decided that, it's just passion that I do this for. So, this guys, once again, before I go off, I would like to take you to by the way, you should also use this fpl.team. I think this will help you for your future planning. So be wary about what you're doing, which moves you're making, but I want to take you here now. See why I took Van Dijk. I know that is not going to be helpful to me in game week 26, right? And but I think there's an upside to be had here. Brentford is the second worst defense, Burnley and Luton. These games are ones in which I expect that Van Dijk can put in a bullet header, can do something extraordinary, can keep a clean sheet at all, or if nothing better. Lechel's was doing nothing, Lechel's was not playing. Ideally, I should have brought in a defender who played in 26 so that I would have a player. Ideally, I should have brought in somebody like a Moreno, because he plays in 29, he plays in 26 as well. But I think it's looking too far ahead is not the solution right now. Looking, I guess, 2-3 game weeks ahead is what we need to do. So keep these spreadsheets handy. It's by Ben Krillin, at Ben Krillin on Twitter. Always plan your teams ahead. Use fpl.team. Use these spreadsheets. Always know what you're getting. Like, for example, Elfie Doughty. Yes, I know Elfie Doughty plays against Sheffield. I could have got Elfie Doughty. I could have spent less money in place of Van Dijk. But the thing is double game week is not inspiring. Manchester United, Liverpool. Yes, Luton are playing a very attacking brand of football. But playing attacking brand of football versus Sheffield United or maybe, other teams is not the same as playing an attacking brand away at Anfield, So, all these things help you make decisions when you look at these metrics, stats. I've been doing a lot of study this week, just based because so that I could come here and actually give you an hour full of insights and good decisions. I hope they work out for you as well. Lighter says major benching decisions today. I think the KDB benching and the to a lesser extent, I guess the Walker benching was the one. Sold Gordon to Jota, love that, and Watkins to Darwin for a -4. I love that as well. I think these are upside moves, Todd. I absolutely love both those moves. I wish I could have done that. I wish I would have had the courage to do it, I guess. I don't know. I play a safer brand of FPL, I guess, than more people. I don't I don't play a very very risky kind of game, but I like that move a lot. I think there's a big upside with Darwin Núñez. I might even actually bring him in next week. I still have the money to do Dom Solanke to Watkins, to Darwin Núñez. So I still kept my options open. I checked. I still have 0.1 million more. Even Darwin Núñez rises in price, I can still accommodate. So I'll see how he plays, and if I feel that he absolutely ripped apart Burnley and he's got a chance to start, I might bring him in. But by the way, guys, do remember one thing. Liverpool has much more chance of rotation as well than you are expecting, because they've got a Carling Cup final or a Carabao Cup final coming up as well, after 25. So it's not like they've got a very condensed schedule as well, because they've got European games coming, they've got this Carabao Cup final coming, then they're playing Burnley, Brentford, Luton, a double game week as well. So the schedule is so tight, which is why I actually prefer to bring in a centre back rather than a full back. I had the money to bring in Robertson as well. Trent I could have gotten for Pedro Porro. I chose to bring in Virgil van Dijk because he's the one which I feel that is at the least risk for rotation. I guess Alisson would have been another good option if anybody wanted a goalkeeper to look at. But always look at the schedules, look at the players when you're making your decisions. I think they'll help you. I read all of these things before actually coming here so that I can give you my insight. Yeah, that's all I had to say about that. So guys, I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It was a little bit taxing one because the decisions were difficult, but I hope it turned out well in the end. I will see you soon for next week's double game week stream. And Todd says love Virgil van Dijk, 50-50 to bring him instead of Darwin. Actually, I was a little bit put off initially by Virgil van Dijk when the news of flu hit, because I was thinking that maybe he could be one of the players which we did not get any news about, because we got news about Robertson, Jota and Darwin only. So he could be one of the players who caught flu. But if that happened, I mean, that's nothing which you can control, right? I mean, for example, people could not control the benching of KDB, Walker or anything like that. All we could control is risk, making decisions. I took a hit. Let's see. Let's hope it pays off in the next 1 or 2 game weeks. I guess that's all I'm hoping for. So thank you so much for coming to the stream today, guys. I hope you have a great game week. I hope you enjoy your time. I hope you enjoy game week 24, and always guys, plan for the future so we can enjoy our present. FPL Visit signing out. May the arrows be green. Take care. Bye bye.